Do you recognize this sound? That's right, it's a bee, a tiny creature buzzing near your ear with a sting that many of us fear. But the truth is, bees are among the most important beings on this planet. If bees were to disappear, within just a few decades, our food supply would collapse. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? Well, let's dive into the fascinating world of bees, the silent heroes keeping life on Earth alive. There are over 20,000 different species of bees buzzing across our planet. And they're not just the honeybees you're used to seeing in jars of golden honey. There are bumblebees with their big, round, fuzzy bodies that look almost cuddly. There are carpenter bees strong enough to drill into wood to build their nests. And there are even stingless bees, so tiny you could miss them if you blink. Bees have made themselves at home almost everywhere, in the dense green rainforests of the Amazon, in the endless lavender fields of Europe, and even in the small garden tucked away behind your house. The only place you won't find them is Antarctica. And that, in itself, tells us something incredible. These little creatures are some of the most adaptable, resilient, and fascinating beings on Earth. Out of the 20,000 species of bees on Earth, one stands out as the most famous, the most familiar to us, the honeybee. Why? Because unlike many solitary bees, honeybees live in massive, bustling communities, often right alongside us humans. A honeybee colony is like a miniature city. At its heart lives a single queen, the mother of them all, whose only role is to lay eggs and ensure the survival of the colony. Surrounding her are thousands upon thousands of tireless worker bees, each one with a job, each one with purpose. Some fly out across fields and gardens, gathering nectar drop by drop. Others stay inside, nursing the young, feeding the queen, repairing the hive, or standing guard at the entrance like loyal soldiers. And then there are the drones, the males, whose one and only mission in life is to mate with the queen. And what about the hive itself? With its golden walls of perfect hexagons, it's nothing short of a natural masterpiece. No rulers, no blueprints, no architects. Yet bees construct hexagons so flawless, they put human engineers to shame. And the hexagon isn't just beautiful, it's brilliant. It's the most efficient shape in nature, saving space and material. Bees had mastered this geometry millions of years, before humans ever dreamed of it. Those golden drops of honey, sweet, clear, and glowing like liquid sunlight, are far more than just a treat. For bees, honey is precious fuel, carefully stored away to keep the whole colony alive during the long, cold months when no flowers bloom. Each drop represents hours of work, thousands of flights, and millions of blossoms visited. For humans, honey has been a treasure for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians offered it to their gods, calling it the food of the gods, while ancient healers used it as medicine to treat wounds and sore throats. And even today, this gift of the bees sits quietly in our kitchens, ready to sweeten our tea, soothe a cough, or remind us of the sunlight stored in flowers. But the truth is, honey is not the greatest gift bees give us. Far more important, and often overlooked, is pollination. Every time a bee dips into a flower to sip nectar, tiny grains of pollen cling to its fuzzy body. Then, as it buzzes on to the next bloom, it carries that pollen with it, fertilizing plants, helping them reproduce, and allowing fruits and seeds to grow. This simple act supports nearly all the foods we love: crisp apples, sweet strawberries, juicy watermelons, crunchy almonds, and even the coffee that fuels our mornings. Without bees, fields would be silent, trees would bear no fruit, and our plates would be shockingly empty. In fact, scientists estimate that 1 out of every 3 bites of food we eat exists thanks to pollinators like bees. Without them, many crops would vanish, livestock would struggle for feed, and our entire food chain would teeter on the edge of collapse. Many people imagine bees as tiny, simple creatures, acting only on instinct. But research has revealed a very different picture. Bees have extraordinary memories. They can remember the exact location of flower fields kilometers away, and even recall which flowers gave the richest nectar. They can see a rainbow of colors invisible to us, detect delicate scents carried on the wind, and recognize simple shapes like circles and squares. In fact, experiments show that bees can even learn patterns, solving little puzzles to find food. And perhaps most astonishing of all, bees have their very own language. Through the famous waggle dance, a bee can show its sisters the precise direction and distance to a nectar source. Left, right, faster, slower, each wiggle carries meaning. It's as if these tiny insects have developed their own natural GPS millions of years before humans ever dreamed of satellites. Sadly, despite their brilliance, bees are now facing some of the greatest threats in their long history. Around the world, populations are declining at an alarming rate. Pesticides poison them, weakening their bodies and confusing their navigation. Deforestation clears away the trees and wildflowers they need for food and shelter. And climate change shifts the timing of the seasons, leaving them without blossoms when they need them most. In places like Australia, the United States, and Europe, entire colonies have vanished almost overnight, a mysterious crisis scientists call colony collapse disorder. When the bees go, so too do the plants they pollinate, the animals that feed on those plants, and ultimately, us. Protecting bees isn't just about saving an insect. It's about safeguarding our food, our ecosystems, and life itself. Because if the bees disappear, much of the world we know will disappear with them. You may not know that May 20th each year is World Bee Day, aimed at raising awareness about protecting bee populations that are facing the threat of extinction. So next time you see a bee buzzing at your window, don't rush to swat it away. Remember, it's not just searching for nectar. It's carrying out a mission far greater, sustaining life for all of us. Bees, the tiny heroes of nature. And if you enjoyed discovering the secret world of bees today, give this video a like and share it with someone who loves nature as much as you do. Don't forget to subscribe to Curious Me for more amazing stories from the natural world. Together, let's keep our curiosity buzzing.